So today we're going to look at electoral processes. By extension, we're looking at franchise or suffrage. What we're looking at right now, we're looking at features of democracy. When we are discussing topics like this, we're looking at the features of democracy, the capacity of adults who have attained the voting age to vote, and the voting age is 18 in Nigeria, as far as I can recall. I don't think it has been changed. So our objectives: look at our term franchise, list the types and explain them, mention the qualification for franchise. So franchise is also called suffrage. So franchise or suffrage is the rights of adult citizens of a nation to vote in an election, to vote and be voted for in an election. So it is the rights of qualified citizens of a given society to vote and be voted for in an election, like we said. This right at times is seen to be inalienable. So it is given to us. It cannot be taken away from us. It is part and parcel of us. So enfranchisement is the process or way each citizen fulfills the conditions making him or her eligible as a voter to vote. You are enfranchised. That means you have the right to vote. You have the capacity. And when you are disenfranchised, it means that that right or capacity is taken away from you. What are the types of franchise? We have limited franchise or restricted franchise, and we have unlimited franchise or universal adult suffrage. Remember, another name for franchise is suffrage. So we have limited or restricted, or we have unlimited or universal adult suffrage. Now, in limited franchise or restricted franchise, situation in which the right to vote or be voted for is reserved for some people in the society who meet certain conditions or qualifications. Is not for everybody. In Nigeria, in the early 1920s, when we had the first constitution, right, the pre-independence constitution, I think is a Hugh Clifford's constitution. Limited franchise was one of the features. Those who were able to vote should have a given amount of money in their account. So it sort of restricted voting to some people. Everybody couldn't vote. So you could vote based on your sex, your race, your property, the property owned, evidence of payment of taxes, educational qualification, religion. If you don't have most of these things lined up properly, you may not be able to vote. While an unlimited franchise means it's the right of all qualified adults to vote or be voted for in an election. Right? This is the globally accepted version of franchise we're dealing with. Right? But if you are insane, if you are an ex-convict, you may not be voted for, or you may lose out if you're underage as well. So I've looked at two types of franchise: limited or restricted, unlimited or universal. Now, qualification for suffrage or franchise: you must be a citizen of that country. You must be resident as at that time. You must be registered. Like in Nigeria, you'll be registered. You must have attained the age of voting. You must be sane, mentally balanced. You have the right educational background. If you want to be voted for, should show tax payments, and you will have no criminal record. If you want to be voted for, you must show that you have been paying tax for some time, right? It shows that you're a legit member of that environment. So these are the explanations: citizenship, residence, registration, age, which is 18, sanity, educational background. You must meet a given minimum requirement. Tax payment is an issue as well. Bankruptcy: you may not be allowed to vote or be voted for if you have applied for bankruptcy, right? So let's go up and see. With this, we come to the end of the topic. We looked at the meaning of franchise. We saw its type. We saw the qualification for franchise. So I'll be expecting your questions. I'll be expecting your comments in the comment section, right? I'll be responding to them ASAP. Meanwhile, let me rest my case here for the day.